This was probably one of the best cross-examinations of an expert in a case that I handled in my entire career. Come join me as I share with you exactly what happened. Hi, I'm Jerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law in the state of New York. My client owned a really large boat with a massive engine, and the engine simply stopped working. And the boat engine manufacturer refused to honor their warranty and fix it under warranty. Now, it would have cost my client an absolute fortune to go ahead and fix this engine. So he came to me for help. We wound up actually bringing a lawsuit against the boat engine manufacturer, and as part of the process, we needed to go ahead and hire a marine expert to evaluate the boat and the engine. We hired one of the best experts in the country to do that. He prepared a 25-page report that I then sent over to the defense attorneys. And during the course of the litigation, I had an opportunity to question the defense's marine expert. So they also went out and got a marine expert to go ahead and evaluate the boat. Here's a series of questions that I asked their expert. It was fascinating. I handed him the report and I said, "Mr. Defense Expert, have you had an opportunity to review our expert's report?" "Yes, I have." "And do you know our expert?" "Yes, I do." "And do you recognize that he is a well-known authority in this particular field?" "Yes, he is." "And do you have any dispute about his credentials?" "No, I don't." "In fact, you recognize that this guy's credentials are impeccable. Isn't that true?" "Yes." What I'm doing now is establishing that this expert recognizes that our expert is extremely well qualified and takes no issue whatsoever with our expert's credentials. That's really important because I'm using him to bolster our expert's credibility. So then I said, "By the way, Mr. Expert, is there anything in our expert's report that you disagree with?" He said, "No, there isn't." I said, "What?" He said, "No, there isn't." I looked at my client, I looked at the defense attorney and I said, "Can I speak to you outside?" And now I'm speaking to the defense attorney. I said, "Why are we here? If your expert agrees with everything that our expert agreed with, why are we here? Why haven't you settled this case?" He said, "Just ask him a few more questions and then we'll wrap this up." So now I go back in and I said to their defense expert, I said, "Why are you here? If you agree with every single thing that our expert saw and realized and came to the conclusions about, why are you here?" He said, "I really don't know. I was asked to evaluate the boat, I was asked to come in and to answer your questions, and that's exactly what I'm doing." I said, "Thank you very much. You've now proven our case. Have a great day." And that to me was fascinating, because never in my career had I had an opportunity to question an expert who basically agreed with every single thing that our expert had said. Now, I realize you're watching this. You may have a medical malpractice case you're concerned about, or an accident case, or even a wrongful death case. One thing you should know is that in those types of civil cases in New York, we are not permitted to question medical experts prior to trial. We only get to do that at the time of trial. Since that case involved a failure to honor a warranty in a contract matter, a breach of contract, I clearly had the opportunity to question their experts. You know, I realize you're watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, I got to wrap this up before the helicopter comes by and you won't be able to hear me anymore. But if you have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, I do this every single day and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Jerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Jerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.